Okay? Stop what you are doing right now, because I am about to show you a number that the government released just a few weeks ago, a number that affects every single person in this country who is currently collecting Social Security or who plans to collect it in the next 10 years. And I am going to show you why almost nobody is talking about it in a way that makes it real. Here's the number, 2032, 6 years from today. That is when the Congressional Budget Office, the official nonpartisan scorekeeping agency of the United States Congress, says the Social Security Trust Fund will run out of money. Not slow down, not struggle, run out. And when that happens, unless Congress passes a fix before then, the law requires an automatic benefit cut. Across the board, for every single person collecting Social Security, whether you are 80 years old or just turned 62, whether you have been collecting for 20 years or 20 days, the cut? Somewhere between 23 and 28%. Let me put that in real dollars right now. If your current check is $2,000 a month, a 28% cut brings that to $1,440. You lose $560 every single month for the rest of your life. If your check is $1,500 a month, you drop to $1,080. $420 gone every month. If your check is $2,500 a month, you fall to $1,800. $700 a month disappears. And here is the part that should terrify every single person watching this. Congress has no plan. There is no bill on the floor. There is no committee working on a solution. There is no timeline. There is no urgency in Washington. Just silence. 6 years. And silence. Today I am going to break down exactly what is happening, exactly what the numbers mean, exactly who gets hurt the most, and exactly what, if anything, can be done about it. Because this is your money, and you deserve to know the truth. Let me give you the full background, because understanding how we got here makes the danger clearer. Social Security is funded through payroll taxes. Every working American pays 6.2% of their wages into the system. Their employer matches that with another 6.2%. That money goes into a trust fund. And that trust fund pays out benefits to current retirees and disabled workers. For decades, from the 1980s through about 2010, more money was coming into the trust fund than was going out. The reserves grew. The program was healthy. Then the baby boomers started retiring. Millions of them. Every year, more people collecting benefits. Fewer workers paying in per retiree. The math started going in the wrong direction. Since around 2010, Social Security has been paying out more than it takes in. The program has been drawing down its reserves every single year, like a savings account that you keep withdrawing from without depositing enough back. For years, the projected depletion date kept moving. It was 2035, then 2034, then 2033. The 2025 Social Security Trustees Report put it at 2033. Then in February of 2026, just a few months ago, the Congressional Budget Office released its updated 10-year budget outlook, and they moved the date again forward to 2032. 1 full year sooner than the government's own trustees projected just months earlier. Why did it move forward? 3 specific reasons. First, the Social Security Fairness Act, the law that eliminated the windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset for teachers, police officers, and government workers. Real people got their benefits restored, and that is a good thing. But paying out more benefits costs money, and it accelerated the drawdown of the trust fund. Second, the new $6,000 senior tax deduction in the One Big Beautiful Bill. More money staying in seniors' pockets means less federal revenue flowing into the system. Third, higher than expected inflation. Bigger cost of living adjustments mean bigger monthly checks going out. And more money going out means the reserves deplete faster. Every one of those 3 things happened in the last 12 months. And together, they moved the clock forward by a full year, 2032, 6 years from today. Now, I want to be very specific about what happens when the trust fund runs out, because there is a lot of confusion online about this. And I want to be clear, Social Security does not disappear in 2032. It does not shut down. Checks do not stop coming. What happens is this. When the trust fund reserves are gone, Social Security can only pay benefits from the money coming in through current payroll taxes. And current payroll tax revenue covers roughly 72 to 77% of what is owed. That means an automatic cut of 23 to 28%. Starting in 2032, unless Congress acts, The Congressional Budget Office actually gave a more detailed breakdown when their analyst testified before the Senate Budget Committee in March. She said the cut could start at about 7% in 2032 and then deepen to an average of roughly 28% annually from 2033 through 2036 as the gap between incoming taxes and outgoing benefits grows wider. So the cut does not hit all at once. It phases in, starting at 7% in 2032, growing to 28% by 2033 and beyond. For someone collecting $2,000 a month, a 7% cut in 2032 takes them to $1,860. That same person faces 28% by 2033, dropping them to $1,440. A $560 per month drop in less than 2 years. Fortune magazine ran the full math. A 28% cut beginning in 2032 would reduce the average retired worker's monthly benefit from approximately $2,071 down to $1,491, a loss of $580 per month, nearly $7,000 per year, gone from a fixed income. Now here is the angle that absolutely nobody is covering, and this is the one that makes me the most frustrated. The one big beautiful bill, the same bill that gave seniors the $6,000 tax deduction, actually made the 2032 problem worse. Think about that for a second. Congress passed a law that gave seniors a tax break, and that same law accelerated the depletion of the trust fund that pays their Social Security benefits by a full year. They gave seniors a gift with one hand and quietly moved up the countdown clock with the other. The $6,000 deduction is worth about $600 to $1,100 per year for eligible seniors, a one-time annual benefit. The trust fund depletion moving from 2033 to 2032 means the automatic benefit cut arrives 1 year sooner. For the average retiree, that is nearly $7,000 in lost annual income every year for the rest of their life. The math is brutal, and nobody in Washington is talking about it. So what are the options to fix this? Because there are options. The window is closing, but it is not closed. Congress has 3 basic tools. Tool number 1, raise the payroll tax cap. Right now in 2026, Social Security taxes only apply to the first $184,500 in wages. Once a high-earning worker crosses that threshold, they stop paying into Social Security for the rest of the year. Only about 6% of American workers earn above that level. But eliminating the payroll tax cap entirely, making all wages subject to Social Security taxes, would cover more than half of the program's funding shortfall. According to an analysis by Money Magazine, Senator Sheldon Whitehouse has proposed applying the payroll tax above a $400,000 threshold and including investment income. That bill has not passed. Tool number 2, raise the retirement age. Some lawmakers have proposed raising the full retirement age from 67 to 69. This reduces the total benefits paid out over a person's lifetime because they collect for fewer years. But as AARP and many advocates point out, raising the retirement age is effectively a benefit cut for every worker, especially those in physically demanding jobs who cannot work until 69. Tool number 3, reduce benefits. This could mean lowering the cost of living adjustment formula, reducing benefits for higher income retirees, or changing how initial benefits are calculated. Each of these affects real people's income, and none of them are politically popular. Most experts say the real solution is a combination of all 3. Raise some taxes, make some adjustments to benefits, phase in changes gradually. That is basically what Congress did in 1983, the last time Social Security was months away from running out of money. They found a bipartisan solution at the last minute. But that was 1983. Congress was different then. Bipartisanship was different then. And the political will to make hard decisions seems harder to find today. As the Peter G. Peterson Foundation put it just this year, Social Security's finances are worsening and lawmakers are running out of time to fix it. The longer they wait, the more abrupt and difficult the changes will be. Now, I want to talk directly to 3 specific groups of people because the impact of 2032 is very different depending on where you are in life right now. If you are currently collecting Social Security, you need to watch this closely. The 2032 cut would affect you directly. There is nothing you can do to prevent it if Congress does not act, but you can prepare. Know what your budget looks like if your check drops by 23 to 28%. What expenses would you cut? What would you need to change? Having that plan ready, even if you never need to use it, is far better than being blindsided. If you are between 55 and 65 right now, you are in the highest risk zone. You are close enough to retirement that the 2032 date falls right in your collection window. If you claim at 62, you would have been collecting for 6 years by the time the cut hits. If you delay to 67, the cut hits almost immediately when you start collecting. This group needs to be planning around the possibility of reduced benefits, not counting on full benefits as a guaranteed baseline. If you are between 40 and 55, you have more time, but not unlimited time. The decisions you make about retirement savings in the next 10 years will determine whether a Social Security cut is devastating or manageable. Max out your 401k. Build other income sources. Do not count on Social Security to carry 100% of your retirement income, because the math right now says it may not be able to. Here is what you should do this week. Step 1. Log into ssa.gov and check your projected benefit at 62, 67, and 70. Write down those numbers. Then calculate what each of those looks like after a 23% cut. And after a 28% cut, those are your stress test scenarios. Knowing them now means you are not caught off guard later. Step 2. If you are not yet maxing out your retirement savings, start now. The contribution limit for a 401k in 2026 is $23,500 per year. If you are over 50, the catch-up contribution limit is an additional $7,750. Every dollar you save in a tax-advantaged account is a dollar that does not depend on Congress fixing Social Security. Step 3. Contact your congressional representative. I am serious, not as political action. As a constituent whose retirement is at stake. Tell them you know about the 2032 deadline. Tell them you expect a plan. Politicians respond to constituent pressure. The more seniors who make this a voting issue, the more urgency Congress will feel to act. Step 4. Stay informed, because this situation is moving. The 2026 Social Security Trustees Report comes out later this year. It may move the date again. It may confirm 2032. Either way, you need to know what it says when it drops. Let me bring everything together. Right now, today, the Social Security Trust Fund is projected to run out of money in 2032, 6 years from today. That date just moved forward by a full year, based on the latest Congressional Budget Office report from earlier this year. When that happens, unless Congress acts, benefits face an automatic cut of 23 to 28%. For the average retiree, that is a loss of nearly $7,000 per year, gone from a fixed income. Every year, the One Big Beautiful Bill, which gave seniors a $6,000 tax deduction, actually accelerated the depletion date by helping cause that one-year shift. Congress has options to fix this: raising the payroll tax cap, adjusting the retirement age, modifying benefits, a combination of all three. But right now, there is no plan, no bill, no timeline, just silence. You deserve to know this. You paid into this system your entire working life. You have every right to demand that the people you elected protect it. If this video told you something you needed to hear, hit the like button. Share it with everyone you know who is on Social Security or approaching retirement. Subscribe so you get every update the moment it drops. And drop a comment below. Did you know the 2032 deadline had moved up? Tell me what you think should be done. I will see you in the next one.